All right, welcome to Techy Podcast, and we today want to talk about our launch process. And we've done a lot of franchises over the years, and one of the biggest things is, hey, where do I start? And so we want to explain to the people listening here about our processes and what we do on the launch and how structured it really is to help you get your store open as soon as possible. So we're going to dial in just from the very beginning and start talking about the steps. And Kyle, maybe you could start from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, it's a journey, right? I mean, you've made the decision, right? I'm going to buy a business. I'm going to go to work for
Tim
myself.
said structure. I mean, structure is key, not just in business, but in life. You need it.
Right.
And if you don't have it, you know.
Right. And I think Bill, you can talk to this probably better than anybody in the room. Having a solid start is very critical to your success, right? And all the things that are needed and all the things that need to be done up until opening your business. So talk to me a little bit about what that head start looks like and how Techy helps you from the day you sign the franchise agreement to the day you open your business. What is some of the processes and steps that you see, and why have we put so much time into creating this launch services and have a dedicated team to opening your business?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because it's just so important. I mean, it's the first steps of anything, your growth of where you're going to go, how you're going to operate your business, So let's start from the beginning. Location.
Exactly.
So you really, you jump into this and you think, Techy, I'm not I don't know anything about technology. I don't know anything. It doesn't matter. That's what we're here for. Yeah. We train you from A to Z on everything, how to operate your business. The location, that's one of the first things we jump into is location. Try to find you the best location. If it's either in one of our great partnerships inside Walmart or in a shopping plaza next to some of the bigger anchors, we're there and make sure that, that's the key is, of your first start of success is the actual location.
Yeah, we're going to work with you on that too as well. Like, the territory very well. If you're in a town that we've never been in before, you're going to know the area very well. So we're going to work side by side with you. And we have a lot of brokers out there that understand the business.
And brokers across the nation.
And the traffic. So that stuff, the location, to me is easy. Yeah. Right? We've done it so many times. It's like we could do that in our sleep. And so
we got great resources.
Yeah.
We got great brokers.
Yeah, we really do. And so like in the beginning, that used to be stressful for us.
Yep.
And we used to spend hours upon hours upon hours. But now it's like with all the technologies that's out there, it's a click of a tab to tell us, hey, this is going to be a good store.
It's an industry that you're talking about. Well, one, it's a $6 to $7 trillion industry a year. You're talking about anyone from the age of 3 to 85 has 10 or so devices.
Yeah. Right.
So it's not like you got to lock into, big demographics of the area because everybody has, you could go into a population that has 3,000-4,000 and still have a great, successful business.
Yeah. So once we find you the location, I would say go back a little bit, right? And so you show interest in the franchise and you say, hey, I want to do this. You submit your franchise fee, and the next step is to find the location. And then we help you find that location, and then the next steps after that, I mean, just really roll.
Yeah, so you deal with our broker group, depending on where you're located.
Yeah.
And then we hand you off to our launch service department, which is amazing, and it's so crucial that every step, you follow every step, and that's what we're there for. You don't need to know how to paint a store or sign a lease,
build a website,
put down flooring, build a website, what inventory to buy. We're there to help A to Z.
Yeah, that's why you join a franchise for sure.
Yeah, and I think I want to go back to something that you said that's really critical for a lot of people, and I think a lot of franchisors are a little bit more stringent on this, but we do work with you on location. You're from the area. You may have lived there your entire life. You know of a community, a shopping center, something that may be up and coming that we simply don't know about, or even maybe a broker isn't familiar with. So it's more of a partnership in that than really kind of saying, no, you will be here, right? Because we've done our research and this makes the most sense. No, it's absolutely something that we take advice on. We listen to the feedback of the potential owner and making sure we do that. And then again, like you said, all this stuff is happening simultaneously side by side, right? Mm-hmm. We have our brokers working, we have our launch department working, and you guys have heard that term a lot, launch services, launch department, but what is that? At the end of the day, it's a dedicated team to help you open your business. That's
Yes.
it. Can't say it any simpler,
Yep.
right? It is a person that is here to basically handhold you from the day you sign the agreement to the day you open your business. And the first thing that you'll receive joining Techy is our welcome kit, okay? So our welcome kit consists of things like our company directory. You know, who can I contact and how can they help me, right? First thing that you're going to get, strategic partner, a vendor list. These are all the people that you can start creating accounts with, start getting your businesses, start getting things moving, payroll, marketing companies, parts companies, accessories, and everything in between. Then right after that, you're going to get your Head Start kit. And Tim, you could probably talk a lot about the Head Start kit and kind of really how that helps take each and individual journey step by step through the process.
Yeah.
Well, not to jump the gun here, but you actually missed a huge step too. As soon as it starts, once you get your location, we're already working on the SEO side, on the development side of that location. So we hand it off to our development team. You're already on the website, coming soon. All the SEO content that we put behind everything, it's already started. So that when you open your store, you hit the ground running and you already got a head start.
Yep.
Yeah, and what I love about our brand in particular and what we do is you can make your money and start opening your store fast. So I mean, you get in a restaurant business, the permits, the processes. I mean, I've seen restaurants take 2 years.
Yeah,
to
see in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like you
Think
just
about that. You already put probably 90% of your
money down.
Your money down on that, and you haven't even brought in a single dollar yet.
And so our average store is opened up in 90 days. Right?
What?
Yeah.
90 days?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you put that franchise fee down, and our launch company coordinating that we put together, within 90 days, you're probably gonna have your store open. And,
Let's go.
And
Well, Tim, actually, I mean, we could do it sooner. It all depends on
we don't want to get too
our
crazy.
training. If we have a training class going and they're ready to go, we're ready to jump on board. But yes, average 90 days, and we want everyone feel as 100% as comfortable as possible when they get inside their store and they're ready to open.
Yeah, and I don't know many franchises that can open up that fairly quickly, and there's reasons behind it. And we could talk a little bit more about some of the things that make that happen. And a big part of it is the launch process. So.
Yeah, I mean, the launch process, just to give you an idea of some of the areas and some of the things that they'll assist with is, acquiring permits and business licensing, right?
Yeah.
That's a big thing that people don't understand. Have never walked down that path. You're a brand new business owner. Ordering your channel letters, making sure you have your window graphics, making sure that your utilities and internet are proper and set up, and making sure you're getting that in a quarterly fashion. The big one that I think you got to hit on is creating all your social media accounts. Get those up and running. Start posting. Start pushing out awareness. Start pushing out feeds, because that's going to get you the business and get the traffic right when you open. We don't wait for that when you're actually going to be, quote unquote, have your soft opening. We're already doing that months, almost the day you sign the agreement. We're already starting to build that traffic and build that awareness, which is critical. Adding you to the website, all these different types of things, so you can have the best success right out the gate.
Yep.
Well, it's great, Cal, that you mentioned all this stuff. And as a listener on the outside, and they're looking to open a business, whether it's a franchise, mom and pop or whatnot, but you just hit a little bit of key points, and people might get scared a little bit. They might be a little hesitant, walk back and say, wait a minute, I never even thought about that. I thought you just sign the lease, you get in there, you do some paint, you throw in your product, and you're open. That's the great thing about Techy is it sounds like a lot, but doesn't matter, because we're there from A to Z. I keep saying A to Z because it's literally from the training. You don't need to know how to repair. You don't need to know how to sell. You don't need to know how to operate or manage employees. We're there to train you 100%.
You just got to show up. First part of success we always talk about, right?
Yep.
Just show up.
Show up.
And we're going to give you the tools that you need to be successful. So
let's talk a little bit about the training, right? We keep talking about that's kind of the next phase, right? After you're doing all the work in the back end, getting everything set up, then it's training time, right? It's time to get involved, time to roll up the sleeves.
It's boot camp time.
It's boot camp time, right? So why don't we dive
It's not scary. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not rocket science here, but
No, yeah.
it's more fun of let's get into this technology,
Well, for the operations guys on this side of the table, this is the fun stuff for us.
Yeah.
Right? This is what we this is what we breathe and eat every day. So Tim, tell me a little bit about the training that you can expect at Techy.
Yeah, as soon as you get there, you're going to do like a walkthrough, and you're going to meet the team if you haven't already.
Right.
And you're going to sit down and have like that one-on-one with each team member right away. And so, because we want to get to know you, and you're going to be talking to the people that you buy products from, to the people that are going to help you with payroll. So many different individuals, and they're all there to support you. So we want you to get to see the face, shake the hand, say hi. And then once we do that, that's just day one of the introduction process. Then we're going to do a 2-week course of that, right? And it's going to be on operations, how to ring up sales, these kind of things. And then we're going to go into the second week on how to fix the devices.
Yep.
And so it's very structured, very organized. And
Structured, organized, and we give you a calendar so you're not feeling you have no idea what this whole 2 weeks is going to happen. We give you a calendar. We go over it prior to make you feel comfortable knowing of which day is.
And our trainer does a phenomenal job at this.
Rockstar.
Yeah, and so he makes it so easy and very personable, and he comes from a education background.
Yep.
And so when I've had franchisees come to me afterwards and go, that person that you have in there is unbelievable. I mean, almost crying of how awesome the training was and what they learned.
It truly is crucial to have a great trainer. I mean,
Yep, it is. It's critical, and but it doesn't stop on site. We don't stop there.
No, we don't.
Right? Then we come to you.
Yeah, you do 2 weeks at our headquarters, which is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and then now you're ready to open up your store, right? Yep. Right after the 2 weeks, that you say you end that Friday, and it's happening right now. Yep. Monday, we could be at your store opening that store.
Exactly.
And so that's the great part about it is it's not you're done with the 2 weeks training and you're waiting another 2 months. We can get rolling immediately so you don't lose that information.
Exactly.
And then we go out to you for a week and spend some time with you and make sure all the ducks are in a row, get out all the kinks, and get rocking and rolling.
Yep, fantastic. And again, it's constantly getting tailored. It's constantly getting updated and massaged. We learn as we go. We learn as we grow, right? So these are things, and we take the feedback. We have a session and a sit down, Bill. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that, how that goes, right? We are constant educators. We preach that. We want to continue to improve, continue to sharpen the needle. And at the end of every training class, you have a one-on-one, right, with every single franchise owner that comes through. And tell me a little bit about that interaction and how those meetings go.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because communication, and that's actually how I start out the conversations. Communication is huge. We need to hear from you. If you don't hear from you, then we're going to stick to that normal structure unless we're hearing changes and things we need to add on to. And even Techy Talks. I mean, just to throw that in there real quick. We have Techy Talks. Every Monday through Friday. Every morning we have Techy Talks. We want to hear from everybody. So that's just one aspect to add in there. But yeah, I sit down with them. I hear their concerns or their, or their ideas of, okay, well, I want to add these different platforms or I want to add this revenue stream. Tell us. We need to hear this stuff. Yep. That's what takes us to the next level. Yep. But it's definitely great, sitting down with them and hearing, it's more of a personal one-on-one to where they tell me, okay, well, they're kind of, not feeling it too good on the repairs, or they love the repair aspect. The operation side is a little too hard, whatever the case may be. So we get that feedback and we can concentrate on and work on it. But I got to say, most of them are pretty happy, excited. It is a lot. 100% is a lot. But that's why we say communication is huge, that we're not going anywhere. We're not going to put you on an island for sure. We're here for you. And no matter what it is, you gotta stay in contact with us. We'll stay in contact with you to make sure you succeed.
And I think that's part of the continuing education that we talk about is the fact of why we invested so much time and so much energy into Techy University. And I think Tim can talk to us about, what is Techy University and where does it fit into the business model, into our training platform, and why is it so critical for our franchisees?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're going to learn in 2 weeks a lot of stuff. Yeah. And you're going to absorb as much as you possibly can. But the reason we have Techy University is to keep you up to date of what's going on, but also to reinforce, hey, this is the stuff that you need to be doing to be successful. And so you're going to continue to watch these videos, take these tests that are going to help you be successful. And so Techy University is all about not just the structure that we have, but all the skills and all the things that you need to run a successful business. And we put that into Techy University. So like if you forget, hey, they trained me on that, but I forgot, I could go back and search into Techy University and watch a video on how to do it.
Yeah.
So you're talking about from selling to repairing to all the different platforms we have of how to access Techy Save and everything is on Techy U. It's your one stop of easy 24/7 training.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope this helps, take you through a day in the life of what the journey is of joining Techy. If you're looking at other franchises and looking at other opportunities, I challenge you to ask what that assistance or service is from the day you sign the agreement to the day you open your doors. And again, I mean, I think at the end of the day, we look for feedback, we open our communication, we want to make sure that we had a dedicated resource to get you open, to get you generating revenue as quickly, as comfortable, and as stress-free as possible. And I think we've been able to do that.
Yeah, and our launch process is, we've had people come from the industry, the electronic repair industry, and left that brand for some reason, whatever it may be, and then come to our training, and they are just like, I've never seen anything like it.
Right.
And so it's clarifies everything, and it gets you rocking and rolling. And so that process is awesome.
Yep.
And we continue to, like you said, optimize it. But if you have interest in a franchise, like, we're the ones to come to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon.